boots. This one's called Neb, 'cause he looks like Neb. This one's Yow, 'cause he got snake bit down in Walnut Port. And I'm Jeremiah. Jeramiah Curd. I'm the fellow who has the honor of wearing these boots. Yeah. Figure these boots and I have been 100,000 miles up and down the canal. But that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing what these boots can do. See, 40 years I've been on this canal, starting out with my daddy back in 1855. See, back then, coal was the thing. They needed it for steam engines and for making glass, especially making iron and steel. Now, they knew how to get it out of the ground, but the problem was, how do you get it to the factories on all those dusty little roads and windy rivers? You dig your own river called a canal. That's how. Nothing could beat the miracle of these canals for getting coal to market. These canal boats moved things in a hurry, but it was no picnic. No, sirree, it was a whole lot of work. Driving mules, guiding the boats, cranking the doghouse, checking the radders, fixing the wickets. 18 hours a day, all to move those mighty black diamonds.
Cool! Cool!
Now, there was this fella named Jake Siddons. We called him Crazy Jake. And it was his job to oversee the loading of the coal into the canal boats. You might say Jake took his coal real serious.
Cool! Pure black, roaring black rock coal. Not a boat go by this point. Don't make me swell up with the power. Talking about the power and the glory of those shining black diamonds strung out like the Queen's necklace. Boat by boat by boat on this here canal. And here I sits like the Jack of Diamonds himself, counting, weighing, ciphering every last shovelful of that glory-bound coal. Now travel with me, people. Travel with me. Down that tow path. From canal town to canal town. Roaring down that canal for one heaven-sent purpose on earth. To make fire! Pure red roaring fire! House-warming fire! Iron-melting fire! Steel, steam, and glass-making fire! Watch that steel turn into iron, into bridges and highways, skyscrapers and trains. Can you see it, people? Watch that coal turn into lightning, pouring down telegraph, telephone, and computational wires. Can you see it? All pouring down this here canal. And that's just the beginning, people. 'Cause there ain't no end. Just pure, black, roaring black coal.
To Crazy Jake, coal meant the whole future of America. But to us boys and girls, coal meant work. Day in, day out. 3,000 miles of walking a year. Never stopping that boat for nothing. Up at 3 o'clock in the morning, out on the towpath at 4 o'clock. Pitch black it was. Nothing alive in that whole wide world except me and them miserable muskrats.
The coast is clear. Gentil.
What?
Do you have the hat?
You want my hat, Jean-Pierre?
No. Not your hat. The funny hat.
Oh! You want the funny hat?
Yes.
Robespierre has a funny hat.
Oh, go get him. Sacre bleu. Why do I have to work with such fools?
You want my hat, huh? He's on my head. The funny carrot hat.
Yes, good. Then on with the plan. Now, the mule. He comes jingling down the towpath, no?
Jingle, comes the mule.
And Robespierre jumps out onto the towpath with his funny carrot hat, no?
I'm dancing on the towpath. Yes.
And then the mule sees the carrot dancing.
And then the stupid mule comes chasing me.
After the carrot hat.
Then the mule steps on top of the tunnel.
Under the towpath.
And then...
The stupid mule crashes through the towpath into
the
the hole.
And while the mule is stuck up to his belly in the mud,
We jump on his
then?
back and steal all his pretty bells.
And we run jingling away.
rich! Quiet! What's that?
The mule is coming. Quick.
A mule with no ears?
Bah! That is no mule. It is merely the boy coming down the towpath.
Bah! Who needs the boy? The boy has no bells. All the boy has is tails.
Tails? What do you mean tails?
The boy, he gets 15 cents a tail. Muskrat tails.
Muskrat tails?
Nasty little rat. Lucky it wasn't going to be dark much longer. Long around 6 o'clock in the morning, old Mr. Sun starts coming up, chases those muskrats back underground. Just as the sun is breaking through those trees, you might hear Mrs. Fenstermacher singing her way down the canal.
Most of the women out here on the canal stay home and work, but not me. Wouldn't miss a day of this canal for the world. Hey, Daddy, throw me up them carrots. Ooh-wee. Glory, ain't these just the prettiest carrots you ever seen? Wouldn't believe how much carrots and taters and onions it takes to feed this family just one day on the canal. Just can't help thinking about all them women up in Philadelphia and New York City, sitting shoulder to shoulder in them factories sewing buttons on boots all day long. But not me. No, sirree. Here I sits on the Dollyana herself, sailing down Regalsville. Just me and the captain, and about 10 children, and 110 tons of live coal. Hey, Junie, get them babies away from that night hawker.
Yes'm.
Ooh, life on the canal, it sure is good and hard, but mostly good.
Mrs. Fenstermacher and her family really brightened up the morning. But to tell you the truth, I loved going down the canal with my pa, doing everything ourselves. We'd push hard. By 10 o'clock, we'd make the first lock. You know, that's the gates out in the water. You don't want to hold up traffic in front of those gates. No, sir. The lock tender have your hide. Or at least most of them would.
Oh. Welcome to Lock 27. Name's Hack. Hack Turner. Pretty kind of day, huh? See them gates out there in the water? Conch shell blows. Boats come in. I crank the gates. Open. 18 hours a day. 140 times a day. Most of the night long, too. Boats get stuck if the gates ain't open. See this here? It's called a doghouse. Which is funny, 'cause it ain't really a doghouse. Heck, this here ain't even really a dog. Yeah. Well, anyways, the dog has a bunch of gears inside it, and when conch shell blows, you gotta crank it, the gears turn and turn and turn and turn and turn, and the dog barks and barks and barks and barks. And you turn, crank, bark, 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 turn, crank, bark. Till the gates is open. And the people come into the lock. Sit there, looking at you. Morning, Mrs. Fenstermacher.
Morning.
Sally Ann.
Morning.
Jimmy.
Morning.
Slip.
Morning.
Opal Sue.
Morning.
Daddy.
Morning.
Baby. 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 Thelma.
Morning.
And then you gotta crank the gates back open again. So you gotta crank it, crank it, crank it, crank the gears, turn and turn and turn and turn, and the dog barks and barks and barks. And turn, crank, bark, turn, crank, bark, turn, crank, bark, turn, crank, bark, turn, crank, bark. By Jingwit, it all happens again. 140 times a day.
So many beautiful days just like this one. Birds singing. Me dreaming about the candy I'm gonna buy when I get down to New Hope. Oh yeah. Canals, they didn't run on coal and money. They ran on us kids, and candy, and mules.
Lovely creatures, mules. Lovely. Come in all different colors. Dark brown and tan brown and blue brown and brown. Born musicians, too. Hear them mule bells are ringing 10 miles down the towpath. And no two mule bells is alike. And smart? Arrogant smart them mules are. Listen, everyone's trying to get themselves one of them Derby winner horses. But they ain't half as smart as a mule.
No way. No.
Hey, let a horse walk down that towpath by himself, and 2 minutes later, he'll like to just fall off and drown. Teach a mule once to walk down that path, and he'll go the same way for 15, 20 years. Now that's real smart and strong. There ain't a horse alive that can outwalk a mule neither. Let's see, strong and smart and beautiful too. Yes, sirree. You just got to love a mule. You can comb them, and you can brush them, and you can feed them and curry them. Times get tough, you can skin them, tan them, bake them in a pie. If you're hungry enough, mule is real good eating.
Hardly a day goes by, something doesn't go wrong on the canal. Mule gets loose, boat leaks, bank caves in. But the real problems are things people make up all by themselves. Especially at quitting time when somebody tries to sneak up front to get a head start in the morning.
Hey, get that tow line out to my supper.
Just get up and pass the line and quit blubbering.
Hey, back that swamp bucket out of here, feller. I got here first.
If you got here first, then why is it my boat sitting up there next to the lock? Huh?
Oh, your boat? 'Cause your boat's cheating, that's why.
My boat ain't a cheating, just smarter than yours.
Oh, are you calling me boat stupid, feller?
Now why would I call that rat-bellied, rag-tangled tub of slag stupid?
You calling me boat a rat-bellied, rag-tangled tub of slag?
Yeah. And your mule's all got stumpy ears.
Hey! Oh, you leave me mules out of this. Eat feather duster.
Eat fly swatter. That's what you
You're
get.
not so tough now. Hey, Tully, did anyone ever told you you got real purty eyes?
I know, Roy. You're a real nice beard, too.
Well, thank you, Tully. You always know how to say the right things.
I can't stay mad at you, Roy.
Oh, Tully.
A day on the canal starts in the dark and ends in the dark. 10 o'clock would tie it for the night. Now that's 18 hours, 6 days a week, April to December. Come winter, we lay up the boat. Winter, sitting around the fire talking, Christmas, learning. Oh yeah, Mom made us learn. Of course, there was fun stuff too, like hunting, fishing, skating on the canal.
January 15th, 1855. Dear Lucy Ann, how are you? I hope you are fine. We are fine too. Except for Jeramiah. A mule came to town yesterday, and he got on its back. Then he fell off. Dummy. You should see my new skates. I picked 800 baskets of berries for them skates. Daddy said I could. Them berries were all over Tim's hill. That's the hill that Mr. Scheckler burnt down. He said berries like burnt down places. Yeah. He also said there's more money selling berries to Philadelphia than in them old pine trees anyway. I love wintertime because you get to write a lot and read and especially skate. Jeremiah doesn't have no skates. He just stands there on the canal ice. Tuesday, he fell right through. Dummy. We are fine. Hope you are fine too. Love, Emmy.
Now, winter also meant doing business, paying your bills, counting your earnings. My dad being captain here in the most, $20 a month. But I didn't do so bad, $5 a month. And that's more than a penny an hour. Well, we weren't the only ones counting our money. No, we kids heard about Mr. Humboldt. Guess he earned a lot more than we did.
Now take these here beefsteaks, Mr. Crookshank. Is this ham we're eating here, Mr. Crookshank?
No, sir, Mr. Humboldt. We ain't eating ham.
And why ain't we eating ham, sir?
Because ham only costs 15 cents a pound, and we don't eat no 15-cent ham.
Aye, and mighty right, Mr. Crookshank. We don't eat no cheap old 15-cent ham. And why's that, Mr. Crookshank?
'Cause we got coal, Mr. Humboldt.
Exactly so, Mr. Crookshanks. And how much coal we got?
1,852 tons of coal per year, Mr. Humboldt. That's 2,783 tons of coal per day. That's 1.8 tons of coal per minute. That's 0.032 tons of coal per second.
We got coal, Mr. Crookshanks.
Lots of coal, Mr. Humboldt.
And what does that there coal add up to, Mr. Crookshanks?
Dollars, Mr. Humboldt?
Dang rag right, dollars. And how many dollars is that by the boat, Mr. Crookshanks?
$250 per boat times 173 boats times 230 days in a year equals $10 million and 52 cents.
And what does that add up to, Mr. Crookshank?
Beefsteaks! Lots of beefsteaks!
How many beefsteaks, Mr. Crookshank?
All the cows in Canada, plus 2 pigs and a goat.
And who gets the 52 cents, Mr. Crookshank?
I do. Mr. Humboldt?
Dang rag right you do, Mr. Crookshank. Dang rag right.
Winter was a real family time. But come March, those geese come flying back to the canal. Boy's feet get itchy in his boots for that great wide walking world out there by the canal. Then, one day, you're down by the dock airing out your mule, Dixie. Those shutters fling open.
Jeremiah Kern, you get that mule out of my seabeds or I'll have his hide for an antimacaster. Mules and boys, one has about as much smarts as the others. Well, now look at that. It sure is spring. And all them people painting up them boats and buying up that rope and shining up the nighthawkers. Getting ready for another year of moving coal down this here canal. Lordy, all them people. You got your Dutch, your Irish, your Appalachians, you got your whites and you got your blacks too. But when it's all said and done, you got just 2 kinds of people. You got thems that are lazy and then thems that work. And we all know who we are, for sure. That's right.
When Aunt Hattie stuck her head out the window, you knew it was spring. Springtime on the canal. Time to put on your boots. Now, I told you ain't seen half of what these boots can do. Watch. Hey! Aunt Hattie was right about work. We canalers were about the workingest people you ever seen. There's something about work makes you want to dance. All that crazy Jake predicted came true. Them canals turned into railroad lines, and them railroad lines into highways, and the coal into electricity, and electricity into... Well, you get the picture. No wonder I'm still dancing. Boatmen dance, boatmen sing, boatmen do most anything.
Boatmen dance, boatmen sing, boatmen do most everything. Dance, boatmen dance, dance, boatmen dance. Dance all night in the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning. Hey ho, boatmen row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatmen row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatmen row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatmen row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Boatmen sing, boatmen dance, boatmen love Miss Mary Ann. Dance, boatmen dance, dance, boatmen dance. Dance all night in the broad daylight, go home with the gals